Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Clint. I'm Mystic Valley Designs. That's my logo over there. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate that. Here's what's going on today. Last week I started a fantasy purple tiger horse. This is what it's looking like so far. The first part of the video was just simply putting some bunch of purple on it, and then I shot a little bit of black into it. I came back with some white and pushed into white to get rid of some overspray. The overspray, in my opinion, was a little bit rough, more than I care to have it, and then I put in black a little bit. So today's episode will be putting on black tiger stripes. And normally I would do that with an airbrush. Today I'm going to be doing it with a hard brush. And I have something called a custom black here, which is a black with a lot of medium mixed into it. So when you put it in with an airbrush, it comes out almost transparent, or at least translucent black. But for this, I want a harder, more opaque black. So I'm going to be using straight out of the bottle some kind of craft black and just really an old brush. So we're going to start putting in some stripes on this acrylic paint. I'll start in on it a little bit here, and then I'll reposition the camera in a moment to give you a tighter close-up of what we're doing here. And there's really no rule to do this. I just simply sort of have in my head what tiger stripes should look like and how I want them to appear on this particular type of model. So we're just going to go in and happy little accidents, like Bob Ross would say, something goofy like that. And we're just making tiger stripes. So here's what that first stripe is going to look like. And now we're just going to put on 100 more of them just like that. Dip in, palette your brush, come in. Now I'm probably going to edit out most of this. It's just mindless, repetitive brush strokes. And I'm pretty confident that you folks know how to do at least that. I mean, if I can do it, I know you can. So I'm not too worried about that. But what we're doing is we're just simply making some random patterns into the body to simulate tiger stripes. Like I said, normally I would be doing this with an airbrush. I just decided to try something different and get these in here. One of the things that you'll need to be aware of when doing this is the pattern or the direction that the hair grows. So if you notice, all of my brush strokes are going with the direction of the hair, the natural hair follicles. So in other words, do not be brushing like this to put these on. Another thing to remember with tiger stripes, sometimes they will diverge. Think of a streak of lightning. Sometimes it will diverge, sometimes it'll come back together on itself. And tiger stripes, I've noticed, are very similar to that. So occasionally I will add something out here to the side where it diverges, comes back in on itself. Sometimes they'll split and not come back together. It's entirely up to you. There's no wrong way or right way to do this. It's just, you know, some methods look better than others. And so what I'm trying to do is cut down on your learning time so you can learn from my mistakes in the past. And trust me, I've made plenty of mistakes in the past. You know, I've been on this probably a minute and a half already, and I'm done with 2/3 of one side. So this should not, you know, shouldn't take all day for you to do a paint job or tiger stripes like this. And since this is a fantasy tiger, you know, purple, just because I'm using black paint on this to put on black tiger stripes, you know, let your imagination run wild. And, you know, it doesn't have to be black stripes. This could be just as easily, it could be, you know, any color of the rainbow. So there we go. Some tiger stripes in there. I'm going to go in and make these a little bit denser, a little bit darker along the spine. There we go. Now I'm going to reposition my camera and try to get some dramatic action footage of actually painting these on. So give me a moment here. We'll see what we can do here. Okay, we're going to flip over to the other side now. And see what we can do here. We're going to start at the back. Yeah, we got that in the frame. If you've ever heard the term dry brushing, it's where you don't have a full load of paint in your brush and the paint is actually almost dry while it's on the tips of your brush. I'm using a technique that's almost like dry brushing. There, can you see that? If you noticed, when I dipped my brush into my paint to palette, my paint, loading palette, it means to load up your paintbrush. When I palette my brush, I then scrub it off pretty aggressively to unload some of that paint that I've just put on there. That will assist you in a dry brushing technique. Now the next step of this, I'm going to cut the video here and fire up my airbrush, and we're going to put a light dusting of gold over this. Hey folks, we're back. Thanks for hanging in there. Appreciate it. I've mixed up a small batch of gold paint, essentially just simply gold right out of the bottle, thinned down with plain old tap water. We're going to use a Pache VL3 here, and we're just simply going to give them a slight dusting of gold. Let's see. And when I say a slight dusting, I do mean a slight dusting. That's plenty. That's it. It'll take me longer to clean out my airbrush than it will be to actually apply the gold paint here. And I literally just wanted a tiny dusting on top of this. Now, the next part of the video will be me painting the eyes. I'll do that with a brush. But hang with me while I clean up my airbrush, and we'll go in here and we'll do some eyes, and they'll be glow-in-the-dark chartreuse color. And actually, they'll be rather reptilian also. So anyway, give me a moment to clean up my airbrush, and I'll come back in and paint some eyes in a moment. Hi folks, welcome back. Thanks for hanging in there. Our model is now about 99% done. I'm kind of pleased with it. The only thing that next I'm going to do is the eyes. To do that, I'm going to turn to some opaque white and just simply coat the entire eyeball white. Then we're going to go in with some weird paints. I've got paints, they don't even have names for the colors. Anyway, this is something called a flash. It's a color shifting type of paint. It's a greenish chartreuse that sort of vacillates between green and a yellowish gold. But to make that really pop, the first thing we're going to do is, in fact, no, we're just going to leave them black the way it is. We're not even going to put white over that. That will, we're going to get this, there we go, just a very tiny amount. Now I need a super tiny brush. Let's see, this one will do. What is this one? A 5-0. And the camera will not pick this up in the least. So I will get this coated in and then give you a close-up of what it looks like. So, well, in fact, we'll just do a before and after. Where's the eye? There we go. There's the eye. And I want this on here kind of thick and heavy, because these types of paints are relatively translucent. They let a lot of light through. And so I want pure color on this eye. With that one for now. This is what it's looking like right now. Not real exciting. Translucent black to give it a shadow under the eyelid, and then opaque black for the iris in the center. So the first one will be a translucent black to give it a shadow. Now we're going to take the same brush and go for a dense opaque black right out of the bottle. And we're going to give him an iris, and not just any iris. We will give him a vertical slit iris like a feline or a reptile sometimes. Not bad. We can make it better though. Watch this. And something extremely tiny, 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 and extremely sharp, you know, like a toothpick. And this will be plenty big too, by the way. What we're going to do next is add a catch light, actually 2 of them, into each eyeball. And to do a catch light, I need something extremely tiny, like goofy tiny. And this is a big trick in the pinstriping industry. Just simply take a dot and make 2 dots. The first one will be bigger than the second one. And so that's what I'm going for here on this eyeball, is 2 different catch lights close to each other. One smaller than the first one. I'm done with this model. We're going to sign the model, then hose it down with some type of Krylon clear. This will be getting a glossy clear on it. And then after that's dried for a couple of days, then I'll go in with fingernail polish and gloss over the eyeballs and call it a day. So anyway, folks, my name's Clint. I'm Mystic Valley Designs. There's my poster. And this is a fantasy purple tie-dye tiger, or purple tiger. The name of the model is Clydesdale Mare. It was done in 1969 by Chris Hess. I like the model. I've done a lot of these over the years. It's a nice model to work with. It lends itself to a lot of different applications, even goofy, weird fantasy things like this. But anyway, folks, thanks for tuning in. My name's Clint. I appreciate your attention on this video, and peace out. Talk to you later. Bye now.